Hi, my name is Jim Conn and I'm the Piping Department Manager in AMEC's Calgary office. The title of the module I will be discussing is the Project Management Plan, or PMP, and this is one of the modules in the LEADS training programme. The full presentation explains the purpose of the Project Management Plan, the different versions available, and the content of the PMP, with a focus within the document on the role of the discipline leads. My first question to the group after the safety topic is, what is a PMP? The idea here is to get feedback from the group on what they think a PMP is. Their answers are written on a flip chart, which I refer back to at the end of the presentation. I'd suggest that you do not discuss the replies given in great detail at this stage. The idea is to generate some discussion around the room with what each person's idea of the PMP is. For some, this may be the first time they have heard of the document. This leads into a description of the 3 different versions of the PMP which are available on the AMEC Document Library, or ADL. The smallest version is for use on projects up to 10,000 man-hours and is a simple 5-page plan with links to key procedures and forms. The second version is for use on projects between 10,000 and 50,000 man-hours, and this is a 1 volume with 7 sections. The final and largest version is a full 7 volumes for use on large projects over 50,000 man-hours. Having these 3 different versions available is important because it is AMEC's policy that every document, regardless of size, will have a PMP. At this point, it is a good idea to demonstrate how to access the PMP templates by opening ADL on the computer and demonstrating to the group where to find the relevant files. The presentation also has the document numbers in it for future reference. This graphic illustrates the contents of the 7 sections of volumes which make up the PMP. These are project execution, engineering, supply chain management, construction, commissioning, health, safety, security and environment, or HSSE, and project services. There is a red star mark against Volume 2, which highlights that this is important to the leads. This method is continued throughout the presentation and all future modules. The focus for the leads in this presentation is Volume 2, also known as the Engineering Execution Plan. It is important to emphasise the purpose of Volume 2. It details how the engineering group organises, performs and executes the engineering responsibilities of the project. The engineering manager is responsible for the preparation and implementation of Volume 2. The role of the discipline leads within Volume 2 is then explained. This is the most relevant part of the presentation. It is important that the leads appreciate what their input to the PMP is. They provide input to such items as philosophy, discipline project deliverable requirements matrix, procedures, instructions and forms, or PIFs, drawing formats and templates, equipment tagging, and also assisting the engineering manager with Volume 2. The Discipline Project Deliverable Requirements Matrix is explained then in some detail. Sample hard copies are distributed to the group as the document is difficult to read on the screen, and it is also a good idea to demonstrate where to locate the document in ADL. The procedures, instructions and forms, or PIFs, are then discussed in more detail. The difference between each type of document is explained, followed by examples of each document found in ADL. The final slide is a summary of the presentation with particular emphasis on the sections which are important to the leads. In closing, the presenter should revisit the group's initial ideas of what PMP is and see how these relate to the new knowledge gained during the presentation.